do take cheap shots all the time, but you defend those cheap shots.
Let me tell you
do
something.
It very well.
That's not the only thing you like about me. I'm like a shot of Levittown right in your ass.
Now,
like
Iran's building, nuclear weapons over there, and if they get them, they might give them to some guy named Ahmed, who might then take them to Cleveland and blow everything up. So what are we going to do with that?
Well, doesn't Pakistan have nuclear weapons?
Yes,
and
they do.
Couldn't they give it to somebody?
I don't know.
Doesn't Russia have nuclear weapons?
Russia
Couldn't
does.
they give it to somebody?
They could.
The problem isn't the country that gets them. The problem seems to be the weapon. I think the strategy of what we've done, and again, thank you guys for ratcheting up the fear on this.
You're not afraid that Iran gets a nuclear weapon and they cause all kinds of
There's a
havoc
lot of things to be afraid of in the world. I asked the guy,
you're a Jewish guy, right?
What?
You're a Jewish guy.
Who told him?
All right.
Son of a did you tell him?
So I believe I believe that the president of Iran
What gave it away? Was it my happy Hanukkah when I walked in?
I think
there is a war on Hanukkah in this country, mister.
I believe the Ahmadinejad, he wants to drive you and all the other Jewish people into the sea.
So so I cannot control that. I cannot control what those things are.
What we can control is we can stop them from having the nuclear weapon.
Here's the thing. You might be able to stop them from having a nuclear weapon,
right.
But as technology grows and becomes more accessible to people, this is going to become an increasingly difficult problem. And here's what we can't do. Here's what we can't do.
What can't we do?
Our strategy for battling terrorism can't be that you overthrow governments and then make the United States military commit 150,000 troops to those lands until they can somehow stabilize the governments long enough so that you can prevent 10 people from plotting destruction in a basement.
It's bankrupting the country.
It's bankrupting the country.
But you don't seem too concerned about Iran. You just don't seem to be that concerned about it.
Because Iran, like most of these other countries, has a self-preservationist streak. And I am a firm believer that that self-preservationist streak keeps them, they understand. Look, there is no theory of mutual destruction with Iran. Let's say they get one off. It would be tragic.
Well, how will we trace it? We never trace it.
Please.
Look, they can't
even
question the underwear bomber.
If somebody,
all right? They can't get a guy with underwear and they can't get the answers.
Let's look at the geniuses we're up against. Richard Reed was the airplane bomber. He tried to take that explosive and put it in his shoes.
Right.
It took them 8 years. And the plan they came up with in 8 years is, why don't we try sticking it under that guy's genitals? That's what they did in 8 years. They moved from the guy's shoes up to his underwear.
Right, and he got to Detroit, all right? So that's the frightening part about it. Now, trying Khalid Sheikh Mohammed in your living room, because you live downtown.
That's right.
And he's going to be in your living room.
That's right.
Are you down with that? You want that civilian?
I'd like him tried honestly in the pit. I'd like him right in there. And I'd like him to be executed at halftime of the Super Bowl.
But really,
and then reanimated so we could do it every year.
600 million, 700 million going to cost the city. We don't have any money here anyway.
I'm glad to see that you're suddenly very concerned about cost. I
am. I'm a fiscal conservative.
No, and I think maybe when the Iraq War was coming up, you might have mentioned that. It would have been a big help.
I said many times on this program that was not a good thing to do. All right?
You said you would apologize if they didn't find weapons of mass destruction.
And I did. I said I was wrong many times. That whole Iraq thing did not go well. Let's go back to
KSM.
Yeah, where he should be tried in front of a military tribunal.
Now, I'm not against military tribunals.
But you're waffling now. You're in the middle. I need a strong VP. I know you're waffling.
I'm not running with you.
Oh, you're not? You've turned it down already?
I am not running with you.
Come on.
I'm not going to be your VP because I know what that's going to be. I get one job, and that's to light the White House menorah. Not interested.
Okay, but look.
There are valid concerns about trying Khalid Sheikh Mohammed in a civilian court.
Right.
But one of the valid concerns isn't that it makes us a terrorist target and that it emboldens the enemy.
How do you know?
Because we're already a terrorist target.